Fighting Tigers, they are the defending state champions in 4A Division non-select is where they're at. State champions in 2023. Coach Jimmy Zachary and that crew looking to make a deep run again this year. But the Trojans are on fire. Both of these teams, depending on which ranking you look at, ranked in the top 5, the top 10. There's a lot of rankings out there, but we're going to see how it all plays out tonight. My name is Doug Gann with 446 Sports, and excited to welcome in my broadcast partner of a lot of months, Nick Magnano. Nick, welcome aboard.
Hey, appreciate it. Great to be here. Beautiful day, beautiful night. 79 degrees, feels like 80, 46% humidity, west-northwest wind, 5 miles an hour. So please come down, watch the game, enjoy this weather. What a great environment they provide here in Opelousas, and ought to be a really good game.
Indeed, it will. Looking forward to it, and so let's a shout out to our folks that are watching and following along. We have had some internet difficulties down here. Of course, the game will be set up. We didn't have audio on in the first little bit of it, so you're not missing anything. Those nuggets of wisdom that Nick had for us, we're still going to go to. We just don't have access to the graphics on it tonight. So, Nick, why don't you give us your keys to the game?
Well, you caught me off guard there.
And I'm sorry about that.
No worries. Hey, we're all good. So
start with number 1 and work your way down.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. How's that sound?
There you go.
No screen tonight. So yeah, first key on number one key on offense is just do what we do. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Had a good one for you on that graphic, by the way, too.
Yeah, the offense has been running well. Keep doing what we're doing. Like I said, putting up a lot of points and very balanced. So keep doing what we're doing.
I will tell you what I had.
Okay.
Jermaine Jackson was the picture. Do you remember the song from Jermaine Jackson?
No.
Jackson 5. Do what you do when you. There you go. That's what you had. And this is why I don't sing, folks, just so you know.
Number 2, key to the game.
Yeah, sorry about that.
For the defense, we have to keep this Tiger team in the box. If we let them outside, it's going to be a long night. We have to keep them in the box. They
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
And we are back high above Donald Gardner Stadium. Where is that, you ask? Well, normal exit that you'd take at 190 to go to Baton Rouge. Go down about a mile and a half further than that, and you'll hit Cresswell. Go all the way down to the end of the Cresswell, and down the end of Cresswell where the red light is, and just go across the street, and that's where you'll find it.
Can't miss it.
Nick, back deep to receive. Who do we have there? Looks like you've got the light-colored jerseys, and
looks like number 3, who would be Jalen Owens.
Is that 5, Justin Washington on the far?
Yep, looks like 5 from here, yeah.
Mesh set, no, that's Fung. That will, Fung is a kickoff specialist. Mesh will come in on extra points and field goals on there. And guys, this is Trojans sitting at 3-0. Been a long time since they have been there, but they are facing their second, I tell you, defending state champion of the season, Union Parish, on that trip up to Farmerville. Won the state title a year ago. And Coach Jimmy Zachary, that coached with Coach Spat on that 2013 team, is now head coaching here. That kick is up and will find its way to the 5-yard line. 10 now, 15 to the near side, coming in, diving tackle, but misses that, and all the way out to the 32-yard line. What do we say? Oh, and there's going to be a penalty flag for the helmet coming off. Look like, don't know if it was knocked off. Boy, that'll hurt Opelousas. Unless that penalty, yeah, he's going to have to come off. That young man's number 70. That is coming off because the helmet was off. Don't know if he continued on with the play, but they're going to be whistled for 15, and boy, that'll put them.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll push the Tigers back, and you know that's not how Coach Zachary wanted to start this one. That'll put them back. Should be around the 17-yard line, I guess, is where. Yeah, but it'll be back on the 17-yard line is where Opelousas. And when Opelousas get it, Nick, we've talked about that a lot. They will grind on the football. Malvo can get out in space, who's the quarterback. He's got Deshaun Ford out there with him. 2 receivers to the near side. Over and under on pass attempts for this one for them? 10?
Oh, I would say 10, yeah.
Okay. Malvo calls for it, and our first look at Ford as he gets off the right side, continuing to drive those legs, and a host of Trojan tacklers will get him after a 3-yard gain out to the 20-yard line. Give him just past the 20, maybe shy of the 21.
Yeah, good work there by defense line Hobbs and Mason to just stretch it out there, and we kept contained out there with Garrett Gaines. So good work there by the Trojan defense.
I don't know that this Opelousas team will participate much in a Tempo Tuesday, if you will. They will grind a lot of the clock off of there. Malvo back in the shotgun, got Ford flanked to his left. Ford's going to get it again, go off the right side. Good stiff arm. Xavier is in pursuit, and that will be credited with the tackle. Xavier, all he's doing is clipping about 15 a game of tackles. He sits at 44.
10-yard gain there, Doug. What do we talk about? Got to keep them in the box.
Got to keep them in the box, and they did that. I had a great picture of there too. It was just a box with 2 arms and 2 legs hanging out of it too. So you'd have loved that one. I forgot what the third one was. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 11-10 to go. We're just a minute into this one, and Opelousas behind that big front line. Boy, they're big across the front. Again, continuing to run. Had a hand on it in the backfield. The Trojans, again, that was that Mason that was first one there?
Yeah, Mason came through, got a little hand on him, but it took Elijah and Jackson Townsend to get him down. So good work there on that short gain.
We talked about getting off the field, forcing a third down and getting a stop right there. But Nick, when you give up 4 yards a pop, it's going to be hard to get those third and longs where you maybe can get them off the field.
Yeah, they're not going to give you the ball many possessions this way.
No, don't expect a lot of offense from the Trojans, a lot of offense possessions. There goes Ford to the outside. He's got one man. He's going to roll right over Griffin. Griffin does a good job of holding his ground and standing in there, but that's about a 25-yard gain from Deshaun Ford.
Yeah, and then the next thing that's going to happen is he's going to fake that. He's going to fake that to Ford, and he's going to keep it while the flow's going with him. And
Cody Major comes in there now, and he will spell Ford, who's carried the ball 5 times, I guess, 5 straight to start this one off.
Yes.
Boy, again, we told you friendly confines here. The cheerleaders are all the way down in the end zone. Shotgun now. Major's going to have it. He's going off to the right side. Major's going to go to the house. He's to the 20. Griffin back there to push him out. So out at the 5-yard line. Goodness gracious.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, Doug, but you have to have somebody contained. If they get outside and wait until Malvo decides he's going to keep
pull it. Yeah.
Which he'll probably do that on this one and run this way.
Calling the keeper to the wide side of the field. Couple of minutes on this drive, 2:02 officially. The clock stopped for the first down. It should get up and go, and it is first down and goal for the Fighting Tigers from the 7. The drive that started way back at their 17 following that penalty, but all they've done is go about 75 yards here.
Yeah, they had to call a timeout because the wide receivers went to the wrong side, so maybe that's a break for us there.
Timeout there. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football right here on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back here, Donald Gardner Stadium, high above Cresswell and Opelousas up in the press box. Great hospitality by these folks. Deshaun Ford makes his way back in there. Boy, he's just a big dude.
I mean, he reminds me of Allie Broussard.
Right.
Okay, Doug, he's going to keep it to the short side now since Ford's on his right.
There you go. Off there, and they're going to give it to Ford. And he gets just a couple on there. This is where the Trojans have been able to make a stand in the first 3 weeks of the season that we've seen.
Yeah, Hobbs and Mason right there filling that hole there. Good work there by those.
Need a big game out of Peyton Hobbs tonight. He anchors that defensive line there with Nelson and Mason and Thibodeau down there with him. Switching sides, looks like they're going to. Boy, it's a short side again. Same looking setup, but just Ford to the near side. Ford gets it. He goes up the middle, and there's good tackling on the inside. Going to stop him around the 2-yard line, maybe the 1.5. And it'll be third down and goal.
Yeah, Elijah and Townsend on that one. So good work there by Elijah. Plugging that hole.
bringing in, dare I say, a couple of bigger guys for that offensive line, and the receivers will come out of there. But how do you get bigger? How do you get a heavy?
So they're going to put 3 right behind the right guard and tackle, and Malvo will try to follow him. Sometimes he'll try to bust it out here, so Cortez needs to stay awake out here.
Here's that set that we've seen on film, and he goes right up the middle and hops completely. Oh, my word. I don't know that I've seen it. I mean, he hurdled it. He didn't dive over it.
To be honest with you, he almost
landed. He cleared it.
Yeah, he almost fell because there was no obstruction there. He just went right over the top.
Jeez Louise. 6-0. Opelousas takes the lead on what is a 3-minute and 20-second drive, capped off by that 2-yard plunge from Malvo, and they'll line up to go for 2.
Like I said, they do that a lot, and then he'll try to stretch it outside to this side with no numbers.
They've got the same set that's in there. Those 3 guys flanked off to the right side, kind of a double line, if you will. Malvo now is following that big convoy of blockers. Cuts back up, and that's good work. That is that Griffin or Gaines? Who is that as he leaves the field sideways?
I'm looking at it right.
Looks like Griffin.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it right here. We will we'll get into another break here in a moment. But 6-0, Opelousas has the lead on an 83-yard drive, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We started out around the 32, had that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff that backed it up. And we'll see what the Trojans offense is able to do now. But again, Nick, you said keep an eye on special teams.
Yeah, sometimes he kicks it out of bounds. Sometimes he kicks it down the middle. Sometimes it just rolls. I've seen him hit the front line. He's a toe. He kicks with his toe.
This is Brandon Gradnich.
Yes.
Number 25, that's the kicker. Opelousas comes out full of confidence here as they marched right down the field, all via the ground.
And like we talked about, Doug, if we can get their offense to throw 10 or 15 times this game, then that means we're going home victorious. But if they keep doing what they just did, it's going to be a long night.
That comes over there to Washington. Washington 25-30. Now Washington up the middle. D-Dub trying to break away. It looks like got a little face mask there, but goes down. He's out to the 42 is where the Trojans will take over. Tioga takes the early lead 7-0. It's homecoming on the reservation.
Yeah, good return there, and that's something we talked about as well. I mean, we've seen them give up kickoff returns. We've seen them give up punt returns as well. So
we'll see what that offense comes in there. And you want to go with that tempo that you do, but you got to get that defense a little bit of a rest and an opportunity. 2 receivers to the top. That is D-Dub and Jimmy Duncan. Townsend comes to the near side H-back, and Lindsey and Sellers in the backfield.
Looks like Amos was talking to Lindsey before the play on this left side.
They're going to reset the play clock, it looks like, and now they'll start things after the Trojans bring a man in motion. Boy, that just lets the cat out of the bag a little bit here. They adjust their formation, and now Washington will come in. JT's got it, and he is hammered up the middle. My goodness, big time play, number 14, Jalen Bro.
Jalen Bro, yep. Just split that gap right there. You know, he just brought the pressure from, he's a linebacker.
Good to see Kirkland Bates back in there. Looks like to the near side, huh? That was quick. That may have been I'm watching the play to the near side, and you've got a big 10-yard gain, still going to be a yard short from the loss, but 3rd and short, and the Trojans will go tempo in this one. But I do see that's a Kirkland Bates sighting. Good to see that young man coming off of a little bit of a hand injury.
Yeah.
Receivers to the near side, 2 of them, nobody to the top. Quick hitter over to this near side. Jimmy's got to come up and get it. Good block by D-Dub. That springs him out to the 35-yard line, and it's another first down for your Trojans.
Be 36, so we're looking at a 16-yard pitch and catch there from Jimmy and to Jimmy from Carson's. Carson's 2.
Got to wait a minute to get Townsend and Thibodeau off the field. Jimmy comes to the near side. You still have 3 receivers up to the top. Now, Jim, you're going to have a false start here, and that's going to back it up. That's the near side right tackle on there for the Trojans, number 50, Peter Lofton. Sellers goes up and talks to him a little bit. It'll be 1st down and 15. Now the Trojans behind the chains for the second time. Got to get to the 26, but you like to see the arm of Sellers getting that ball out to the far side of the field. You still got 8 men in the box for Opelousas, though. Goodness gracious. Toss goes to Lindsey. Good block right there by Morris. Just a couple from JT.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to give him 2 yards there. They're daring us to throw. I mean, they want us to throw the ball. They're not going to let JT beat us, and that may suit well for us. But
Von Darbon checks in, 4 receivers set. You've got Fontenot and Bates to the top, Duncan and Washington to the near side. D-Dub closest to the lines, and they'll bring Fontenot in motion all the way to the near side of the field. Back to pass. They're going to run that little inside or running back screen there. Vaughn's got to get outside. Doesn't. 3rd down from the 32 and 7. I think they got to go for it here.
Yeah, the coach is going to go for it there.
32 it'd be a 50-yarder. 6:48 to go, nearing the hydration break, and Darbon comes back in there. You'll see Lindsey and Vaughn in the backfield for the first time together. D-Dub to the near side. That's one of those, looks like, changing things. Darbon will be offset, and they'll bring Duncan in motion to the near side. Coming out, Darius wide open. He just got to hit him. Got it. Good. Never went down. Going to be into the end zone. Never went down, landed on top of the receiver or the defender. Should be a touchdown. They'll talk about it to the near side. Said, I didn't see him hit the ground. Touchdown it is. Touchdown, Darius Washington. Touchdown, Trojans.
33-yard touchdown throw there. Darius, got hit. Got hit by this left corner who was actually in zone and landed on top of him and didn't touch his knee or his elbow. And what a great work there by Darius.
How about the wherewithal just to come down, because he got hit hard. Sellers puts that ball right on the money on there. That's one of those potential Southern Air cool plays of the game. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good. Trojans' first lead of the night. We'll take a break at 6:19. Your Trojans lead at 7-6. We'll be right back.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Eli Fung, I'm not on.
There you are.
Eli Fung set to tee things up here as his second time to kick things off. Last one went to the 5-yard line. Like to see him go ahead and put one into the end zone. Of course, I know he's not trying not to do it. That kick is up, and again, it's going to find its way to the 5-yard line, middle of the field. Dangerous return team. Good job spinning away from that and getting down. First man down. And there's your man 38 again.
Yeah, Jackson Townsend ended up with the tackle there, but Jayton Terry, first man to slow him down. So good work there by Jayton to slow him down, and Jackson cleaned it up.
Again, they will start this down on their end of the field. Good 40 or so, about a 60-yard drive for the Trojans there, capped off by that 33-yard touchdown pass from Sellers to Washington. Opelousas back out there with Malvo and Ford from the 25-yard line. Snap is back. Ford again just puts his head down and looks for contact. Nick, you said that Opelousas is prone to put the ball on the ground a couple of times a game
for the handoffs on the exchange from the quarterback to the running back. Hydration break.
Hydration break it is. We'll take it with them and be right back. Trojans lead this one 7-6. We'll be back to Donald Gardner Stadium right after this.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear. Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life.
And we are back, 2nd down and 5. Handoff to the near side. Good blocking, springs out forward to the near side. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Griffin. And, boy, or is that Major there's in there? Looks a little bit like it might have been 20. No, that's Ford. That's Deshaun Ford. They're just, it's parting like the Red Sea out there on the side. That's one thing, technique and talent. They're blocking very well. Trojans are going to have to adjust to that and come up and play contain. 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Opelousas has it in their own territory. 5:55 to go in the first period of play. Malvo hands off, and there goes Ford again. Diving through was Mason, but I'm telling you what, Ford just hits that hole quick.
Yeah, he that first step. I mean, he's a lot quicker than he looks. Okay, and he just shook Mason on that one. But Carrot Gaines with the tackle there, and too many tackles by our DBs right now, Doug.
Cody Major, the junior running back on to spell Ford. He's back there with Malvo, 2nd down and 5. Boy, it seems like it's been 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, just about every set of downs.
Yeah.
Inside handoff is there, and that's good work up the middle.
Yeah, Hobbs turned him inside. Jackson Townsend ended up with the tackle. So great work there by Jackson and Hobbs. Finally get a 3rd and medium at least.
Peyton Hobbs has been, we told you, needed a good game out of Hobbs this time. Didn't need the safeties and DBs making a lot of the tackles, and it was good to see those two in on that play. Boy, Nick, you've been high on Jackson Townsend all season long.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart young man, and he just caught my attention during some of the fall camp. But I'm also looking to see, I haven't been watching close, but I wonder if they're double teaming Xavier.
Watch the blitz coming in here from the near side for the Trojans. They haven't showed pressure tonight. Come up, and that's a good job of that defensive line. Again, just a half a yard gain. And Hobbs has been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, Hobbs and Simon. Simon kept contained. Hobbs, fill that gap there. So good work there by those two.
What do you do at midfield? Yeah,
they're going for
they
it.
are.
They're not going to punt.
Ford back in there. He is joined now. Malvo went to the near side to get the play, and now he's back in there. This is where you have to get off the field if you're the Trojans.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you have to watch Malvo on a keeper.
Yeah, when they spread those 3 wideouts to the far side, they're opening up a lot of running room. Malvo's got it now. He's back to pass. He fakes it, and he's going to run the draw right up the middle. He falls down right in front. Oh, they're going to mark him on the line. Depends on who marks it.
That was not a pass play at all.
No,
it was a design quarterback draw. I've seen it.
They may have to. Oh my goodness, he slips on that turf.
Yeah,
and pretty good spot there. 3:44 to go here in the first half. You see on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, it is 7-6. Just 3 possessions in this game. This is the 2nd possession for Opelousas. Snap is back now. Handoff, and good work by Simon getting in there and lowering his head.
And he falls. Simon hits him a yard in the backfield, and he falls for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough there.
18 offers he's got from around the way, and he and his brother Jonathan loading up on offers. And LSU's got one you see to the near side. His brother is just behind the line, there. 92. Yep.
And he's not standing on the bench either.
No, he's a load in his own right. He's a big fella.
Yeah, he's a senior. They're both seniors.
Both seniors.
They're twins. I wonder if they're just close.
2nd down and what is that? 7, it looks like.
Yeah.
Malvo and Ford. So they called timeout there. It looked like the play clock had ran down, but Coach Zachary got the timeout. If I'm correct, that's the second timeout from Opelousas here in the first quarter. Let's keep it right here and kind of reset things. Trojans it's just Opelousas being Opelousas, Nick, marching down the field. Trojans came back and scored on what a dime that was thrown from Sellers to Washington. Thoughts on this first eight or so minutes of it?
I guarantee you, Coach Zachary will say, if we score on 7 possessions, okay, and they only score on 6, he'll be just fine with it.
You're exactly right.
There's nothing. I mean, this is their game. This is what they want to do. He doesn't care if he has 3 possessions a half.
Nope.
As long as he finished with points, and this is their game.
And he showed you that they will go for it at any time. They're not afraid to do that. Second down and long for them. It's second down and 7. Ball rests at the 41-yard line of Alexandria. Malvo is going to keep it direct this side. Good work to the near side by, was that Elijah
Nelson?
Yeah, Elijah Nelson comes up and does that.
And he is, Coach Zachary's getting on his guard right there for missing that block. But and another thing too, Doug, and I didn't mention it before that play, but on some of these quarterback keepers, Ford will just be like a fullback, like a pulling guard, and block out in front. So
Tioga 7-7 in that one now. That's big homecoming matchup with, is it Richwood that they're playing tonight? Yes. 3 receivers to the top. Ford and Malvo in the backfield. The 4-year starter keeps it. Quick pass over there. Looked a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. You got to come up and tackle, and they do. It'll be 4th down and a yard. And I'm not even going to fall for it this time. There'll be no punts in this one, I don't believe, from Opelousas.
Yeah, good work there, stretching out that play by our DBs.
That's one of those you got to watch on, because he threw that ball a little bit of a lateral, and if it gets away, that could be trouble for him. 4th down and a yard. They have to get to the 34-yard line. 1:37 to go in the first. You see that on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. And you see some of the other scores down on the Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard rolling across the bottom of the screen. Malvo, 4th down attempt on this one. And, boy, you got to get him down, too. He's just carrying defenders.
Yeah, you don't see many people carry Xavier White like that.
No, not at all.
But Xavier and Gaines and Cortez had to help there. So,
the talk in the semifinal game last year was North DeSoto's high-flying offense. It was going to be out there. And Opelousas just took it to them. This is the way they play defense, by continuing just to grind that football.
That's it. I mean, Trojans offense hadn't even broke a sweat yet.
Big 8-man line for Opelousas. Ford gets it to the far side. Good job defensively. Looks like these guys are realizing now for the Trojans they've got to shoot down low, hit him at the knees, and get him down.
Yeah, Townsend the first one there, and looks like Griffin came in and helped. But gotta watch once again. Of course, Ford's coming off, but broken record. Everybody's going with the running back, and just somebody backside needs to keep an eye on Malvo.
Just a 1-yard gain there, 2nd down and 9. Still have to snap the ball before the period is over with. The handoff. Buckeye and Avoyles.
Wait, why are they pointing? Why are they pointing at?
No, he's facing the official's face with the ball, though.
No, but I mean the white hat just pointed to one of the ASH players, so
came off. We may have him come out. Personal foul.
Face.
Hands to the face.
Okay, gotcha. That's even worse than the hold. Well, unless it's at the end of the play. So they didn't catch the hold that was on the end of the line of scrimmage. So they had a face mask there on the offense there. Don't know what the number was, but so now it's going to be 2nd down and a long 17. Doug's working on our system here. We're having internet problems. We have Verizon, we have AT&T, and neither one of them are doing really well right now. But Malvo looks like
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life. So I do feel very fortunate to be able to give back to this state that has given me so much.
When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Welcome back here to Opelousas with the Opelousas Tigers 6 after the first quarter, and your Alexandria Senior High Trojans 7. Opelousas driving. They have a second down and 10. So I guess they fixed that on the. Oh, I was fixed to say, yeah, there should have been second down and say, yeah, there we go. Second down and 17 here now for Opelousas. Malvo's the quarterback. Majors in there with Malvo. Have one tight end on this side and a H-back on the far side. Malvo gets a snap. Fake. Going to throw deep. J. Lou has the coverage. And it's a... Nope. It's going to be a catch, but he's down at the 1-yard line. It's a second pass attempt for the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be first and goal now at the 1-yard line. That's number 3, who is Jaden Owens. No, number 2, excuse me. That is Corey Fontenot on the catch there. So it's going to be first and goal for the Tigers at the 1-yard line. See if the Trojans can hold them here. Malvo's going to be in the back by himself with 3 right there behind the right side of the line, and he goes over the top for another touchdown. So Opelousas now 12, your Trojans 7. Looks like we got looks like, no, not injury there. One of Opelousas players was slow getting up. He's got a little limp, but he's going to. He's going to get in for the 2-point conversion, so makes it 7. Got Ford a little excited. So we'll see what he does. Kicker last time was Granado. So let's see what Deshaun Ford can do with this kickoff. Have JT and Darius Washington back. Jimmy Tanner and Kirkland Bates, you're up backs. In the kickoff here. This good one's going to come to JT. JT's going to field it about the 10. See if he can bust through there. He's going to be at the 30. Falls forward to the 32-yard line. So good return there by JT Lindsay. Give him offensive stats here. So there have been 3 drives in this game so far. 2 for Opelousas, touchdowns. 1 for your Trojans, touchdown. So that's where your 14-7 score. I don't even know if the Trojans have even broke a sweat on offense yet. They had a 60-yard drive that was pretty quick. Carson Sellers, your quarterback. Vaughn's offset. JT to his right. Tanner Townsend, your tight end. Gives to Vaughn. Vaughn cuts back up. Good work there by Vaughn. Looks like he's going to have a 7-yard gain there on first down. So good blocking there by JT on the outside and Townsend. It's like Doug's about to join back. He's been working on the technical side of it.
And it's still a work in progress on there. We're back, said it's a work in progress. Trojans trailing this one 14-7. Looked like a big. I missed the pass down here to the end. But that's Fontenot that comes into motion. Back to pass is Sellers. He's got good time. Going to zip that one down the middle, but just past the outstretched hands of Washington.
Yeah, they both the cornerback and the safety went with JT, and Darius on that slant was open, but it was a little in front of him. So
Trojans, do they work themselves into 4-down territory here and play into Opelousas' game, or what? You go out there and get it on this 3rd down. I understand that, but looking ahead, 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Sellers calls for the ball. He's back to pass. That's that quick hitter. Looked like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was just I don't know if he thought that Jimmy went a little deeper. Jimmy's talking to Kirkland, so I don't know if there was
a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, there was definitely confusion there because Jimmy was talking to Kirkland, and Carson looked to the sideline right after that throw. So they are going for it here on 4th down.
Wondered if that was going to be the case. Oh, that's a quick kick, and boy, that's going to be good job. But that ball rolls around a little bit more. Going to be inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. Good job by Carson Sellers. We saw that a lot with Judd a few years ago.
Feaster did it pretty well last year.
That's correct.
So, Doug, the thing about it is kind of concerning because you just don't know how many possessions you're going to have on offense.
No, that's exactly right. They do get the ball now. We're looking way ahead to start the second half. But they've got to get a stop right here, and what better place to do it than down deep in the field?
We are right on top of the crowd here. It's a really, really nice setup.
Yeah, and there's still a booth above where we're at. Again, this game will be rebroadcast in its entirety sometime early in the morning. Quick pass there, incomplete. Malvo tried to zip that one into his receiver number 2. I guess that is Fontenot.
Yeah, Fontenot's the one who had the catch here at the 1. And
everybody here thought he'd gotten to the end zone. They were loud. Yeah. Then he calls incomplete.
So we will take that incompletion right there.
Exactly right.
That was big right there for the Trojans.
And they get on first down. First down passing, you don't see a lot of that out of Opelousas. It's just to open things up some. Snap is back. Handoff is there. Getting to the outside is Ford. Oh, brought down. And what is a big saving tackle by Xavier White.
Yes.
Because if he gets to the corner and Xavier doesn't trip him up, he's they're the band's playing and celebrating right now.
Yes, and now it's 3rd and 9, which that's a big stop here.
Still watch for we've not seen Malvo really get loose and do anything. Saw a couple of designed runs for him, the one of them on that 4th down. But I think they tried to get it anywhere from 4th and 5 or 4 or 3, and they're still probably going to go for it even down this deep. Man in motion cuts up a little early. Malvo rolling out.
To keep it.
Good control. He just loses his man there and stepping out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Now they're going to mark him outside at that's right, about the 21. Going to be 4th down now and a couple from deep in their own territory. Risk versus reward here. We'll see. First punt of the night was for the Trojans. Opelousas will not get off the field.
Another thing.
They give them the first down on there. Yeah. How is?
Yeah, I saw Coach Bachman. Make the. That's weird.
Well, he stepped out of bounds back at the.
Yeah, I saw Coach Bachman make the. Was frustrated, so maybe he saw something we didn't. Thought he was at least a yard short.
First down and 10 now. Simon coming on the blitz, and he just gets blown up coming into it. And there's Xavier, who's going side to side. He's going to work himself into another 14-15 tackle night.
Yeah, that's 4 for him so far. Solos, one assisted. I will say this, Doug. The run blitz, that's obviously a great option. But if that's your only contain guy, I mean, we're very fortunate Xavier got over to make that tackle because Cortez, he did have contain on that one.
of his
Yeah, I
hand?
think it's him. To be honest with you, Doug, I'll take it. He's thrown 4 passes. Obviously, he has 2 completions. The one on here was just a great catch. I mean, J. Lou was there, but I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take him throwing behind the line of scrimmage or throwing along the line.
Griffin and J. Lou get the tackle, and that's just a well-called play.
Yeah, that was a great executed play with him coming out of the backfield.
Opelousas showing they're poised for another deep, deep run into this. They are just solid at what they do.
Yeah, it's Fontenot with the reception there, if I'm not mistaken. It is kind of hard to see their numbers, but I think that was number 2.
First down and 10 all the way out to the 49-yard line. Drive that started at the 13. 41-yard line is where the ball rests. Ford has it off to the far side. Need to get a tackle and get him down, and they do, and that is Thibodeau.
Yeah, Thibodeau there with a little help from Xavier in there. I'll tell you what, they are gnawing with Xavier. Hope Xavier keeps his cool. Looks kind of frustrated here, and they're working on him pretty hard.
Third possession of the night for Opelousas, and we're 8 minutes. Trojans have only had it twice.
Yes.
Scored on one, punted on one, and Opelousas has put it into the end zone both times. Jaden comes out of the game, and that brings Terry back in. And is that
their 5-man front, Doug? They brought in.
Yep.
Good work here by Jackson, but he's got to make the tackle. At least he forced him out. Still
got to get look at Griffin. Jeez. Just continue to work. That may have been the most impressive job of tackling from Griffin that we've seen all year.
I'll tell you, it takes a lot to bring Ford down. And I'll tell you another thing, too. You won't see Malvo on the ground. I mean,
no.
He usually ends up having to run out of bounds or gets a touchdown. It's very rare he ends up on the ground.
Malvo coming back in now. He comes over and he gets the play from the sideline quite often.
Jackson was there. Jackson Towns was there at the line of scrimmage, and Ford bounced it off him and came out here for another 5.
Again, that big 5-man front trying to neutralize the run game. Off the left side, driving through and another first down for Opelousas.
Yeah, Townsend there with the tackle, but it's 7 yards down the field by the time he gets them down.
Pineville down to Leesville 20-6 after 1. So Leesville, the Wampus Cats up 20-6 in that one.
Good running back matchup there with Aiden Tate and Xavier Ford.
Tioga up 21-8. Started the second. St. Mary's on top of Manny 19-7. That's Ash's homecoming opponent next week is Manny. First down and 10. Snaps back. Malvo is going to come to the near side. Following a blocker, Malvo gets to the corner. Just Xavier, and Xavier's going to miss him. That's going to be a 48-yard touchdown run from Malvo, and that puts the Trojans in a 2-score deficit.
I told you, Doug, he doesn't end up on the ground very often. He ended up on the ground earlier because he tripped in the grass.
Trojans offense going to have to go do some work in this one. As quickly as they score, you don't want to get behind at all in this one, but you've not shown the ability to stop Opelousas just yet, and Opelousas will line up and go for 2 once again. They run that quirky little 3 lineman setback onto the near side. Malvo will follow those guys, we believe. That's what he's done so far. Does it again. Gets behind those lead blockers and just walks into the end zone. Flag on the play. Flag to the near side. Call illegal participation is what it looked like he had said. Or
looks like he touched the top of his head.
False start.
Yeah, Doug, on the 2-point conversion on the second touchdown that they scored, that they actually were successful on, the three in the back, they actually pulled. And Malvo followed them that way. So yeah, it's although it's a simple set, I mean they do a lot of things out of it.
Well, that's what Coach Zachary told us. He said, we're going to do a few things, and we're going to do what we do. You see him, he's just as spirited as anyone on the field. He stands around the 38-yard line is where he's at now.
He's coaching, though. He's coaching.
Exactly right.
Every minute, every second, he's coaching.
Malvo calls for it. He's back to pass now, going to throw the lob into the end zone. Terry doing good work back there, knocking that one away.
I'll take it.
Gracious, Jayton Terry.
I'll take it.
Coming up, knocking that one away, but it is 20-7. Opelousas takes the lead or extends their lead in this one. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
to the 13, ends up in a 10-play, 87-yard drive to extend the lead to 20-7. PAT was no good, and that one is squibbed down the middle. Looks like D-Dub's going to come up and get it at the 15. 25, now 30, and he hits a brick wall. But now spinning to the outside, we're going to get, I guess, up around the neck, and the shoulder pads brought down out at the 30-yard line where the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Nick, you had a comment beforehand?
Yeah, I was fixing to say they have these car horns that obviously they're portable that the Opelousas Tiger fans are using after the score, and we're going to hear them all night until we stop them.
That's right.
And they're loud.
Arkansas Pine Bluff has the week off here, and that means Marion Mingo is in the house, we believe.
Excellent.
He's somewhere over there on the Trojan sideline. Snap is back. Quick throw to the near side. Fontenot's got it. Fontenot's in the seam. Good blocking. 45 got to cut back in and hang on to the football. Driven out of bounds and dropped down in the dirt at the 46-yard line. Just a good play, but great blocking out here by the wide receiver with him.
Yeah, 25-yard screen play there. Good work there. Good to see Fontenot involved again.
Trojans hurry all the way up to the 45-yard line, moving quickly, trying to get one off before the hydration break, and they do. JT's got it up the middle. JT cutting to the outside, high-stepping, getting to the outside, needs a block, and he gets it. 30, now 20, 10, 5, touchdown, JT Lindsey, touchdown Trojans.
45 yards there, right off the right side of the line there behind Reed and Peter Lofton. Great work there by JT finishing it off.
Boy, you needed that one pretty big. And that gets you to the hydration rate, but it's going to get Opelousas out there again with that ball. You've got to get a stop and get this thing tied back up or give yourself a chance to take the lead before halftime.
That's interesting. So they're going to take the hydration break before the PAT. So
we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football on 446 Sports. And we are back to Donald Gardner Stadium. Night has fallen over the Parish Stadium. All the teams play here. Last year that we will be here because they got a new stadium coming.
Yeah, it's exciting for them.
6 minutes to go. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm not. I could, easily on there. Mesh set. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. Going to keep it right here, 20-14. So that'll be a little bit of a double break. Nick, take us back through what really was a big play for us there.
Yeah, we start with the screenplay out here to Fontenot, which allowed us to get in tempo, and then JT patient like always, waiting for his blocks to happen in front of him. And as soon as he gets that edge, he's gone. And it's very tough to outrun, this Opelousas Tiger team. So definitely shows, his athleticism again.
Well, and you saw a little bit of that hesitation and that move that he makes so well. We'll have to check. He's got to be getting himself up near 75, 80 yards of rushing here in this first half.
46.
Third drive. So they've scored two on 2 drives, had the punt here. Really got to get a stop because you can't let you cannot let Opelousas clean up every drive. Fung from the 40. First time kicking it right to left. Nails
That one's
this
got
one.
a chance. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to go over the head for a touchback, and a little interesting work there for the Trojans out near the front. That was a good piece of blocking by Doyle, and I thought I saw 41 out there.
Yeah.
Don't have him on my roster.
Yeah, we don't have a 41, do we? He must be a freshman. I will say this, Doug. We've taken a DB off and put 5 linemen.
Right.
That didn't seem to help much. So let's
Well,
see
you
what-
got Malvo away from, and that was smart running because they had been running forward up the middle. You got Malvo to the edge when you had one less DB.
Bayon's in now. The right end.
He's going to be such a good one before he's out of here. Hand off to the left side, to the right side, rather. Spinning around Ford, not stopping. My goodness. They're trying to strip the ball away, but you're not going to take it away from Ford. Deshaun Ford is a man.
Only thing that's keeping Deshaun Ford down is he's out of gas.
He's getting tired. That's
Yeah.
right. And here comes a Major. We'll check back in, and Ford's like, okay, you got it.
Yeah. J. Lou and Griffin finally brought him down. But once again, Doug, I mean, I've got way too many little notches by our DBs on tackles. We need more tackles by that line.
5.5 to go here in the first half. 5:30 remaining until halftime. 20-14. Opelousas has the lead, and they're marching again out to the 45. Handoff's going to go to Major, firing in, but a good block again. Trojans defense holds, only gets a couple of yards, does Major. But the blocking there, I thought that Bayon had a good opportunity at it, but he was blocked to the outside of it.
Yeah, Xavier and Elijah. So White and Nelson finished him off there, but I mean, that did not look like 3 yards. But when you're
they fall forward for it. Yeah, looks like Ford is back in there. You got 2 receivers up to the far side, one in the slot, one at the numbers. Snap is back. Ford's going to have it up the middle, and he meets a lot of resistance. Good job by that interior line.
Yeah, Hobbs there. That time he bottled it up.
Hobbs is there he goes. He just had somebody laying on. Thought he was slow to get up, but he hops up. Again, I'm telling you, this is the best that I've seen Peyton Hobbs play this year.
Yeah, he opened it up there for Xavier, taking on that, but he does a big stop here.
You got 2 downs to do
I
it
know.
because they'll go for it deep in their own territory. They'll go for it at midfield. They'll go for it everywhere you want. And now they're running off some of that clock as well, trying to get this lead extended and not give the Trojans the ball. Lewis and Terry over to the near side in coverage. Everybody within about 8 yards of the ball. Play action. Malvo's going to keep it himself and spring to the outside. No contain. Got to see if Griffin can catch him. Yeah, that horn is it's only
That's right.
and
That's it.
that got them down just under 4 minutes. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. Here, where they go into the dirt and the sand, just kept carrying folks.
Yeah, and then like I said, the only reason they got him down is because he ran out of gas.
Second down and 7. They'll give it to the 10. Have to get to the 2. Can get a first down without getting into the end zone. 3:10 to go in this one. Malvo's going to keep it. The designed run to the near side, diving down and not doing it. Good contain that time, but unable to get it. And Malvo just steps out. Throw that little slant a couple of times in this game. If the Trojans try to crush up on them defensively, they may check into that one. Receiver going up to the top is, I don't see it on mine.
I wonder if this is where the
Fontenot,
the little H-back does the little thing out the backfield. Look, he's running. Nope, he's blocking.
They're just going to give it to Ford. And good tackle there. It's going to bring up 4th down. And now here's you an opportunity to do something if you're the Trojans on defense. As 250 and 49 and 48.
Yeah, Jackson Townsend with a shoestring tackle there, but definitely brings it to 4th down. So, like I said, we need somebody to make a play here. Big play here for the Trojans.
Again, they've only got to get to the 2. They do not have to get into the end zone, and they will wind down as much of this clock as they can. I don't think they want to give the Trojans much time. Trojans have shown they can strike quickly. 4th down and 3. Timeout. That will be Opelousas taking their final time out. We're going to leave it right here. We don't want to miss anything out of it. 20-14, 2 minutes, 21 seconds remaining until halftime. In what has been a battle that you thought it was going to be tonight.
You know, Doug, we talked about the number of plays that Alexandria and Destrehan ran last week.
About a third of that.
Yeah, we're not even going to get to half of that tonight unless something changes. But they have 4 pass plays. They're 2 for 4 on their completions and on their attempts. So
Opelousas has done what Opelousas wants to do.
Right.
The Trojans can make a stand here. They'll have 95 yards to go in a couple of minutes, and they've shown they can do it. But first things first, Opelousas is what, 2 for 2, 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions?
Yes.
4th down and 3. They've got to get to the 2-yard line. Malvo and Ford, same set as they came into before, and the Trojans jump off sides. Going to be half the distance. I don't believe it'll give them the first down. If they're from the 5, should go to the 2.5, should be about half a yard short of the first. And it'll go to the 3, so it's going to be just a yard shy. It'll be 4th down and 1. But again, 1 yard, 2 yards, 4 yards, it hasn't seemed to matter to Opelousas on 4th down. Snap is there, crashing in. First down is there and may have gotten into the end zone. No, it's going to be first down. Oh, the official on the far side is calling him in for a touchdown. The near side's marking him short. Not sure what they're going to call. They call the touchdown on 4th down, and they'll discuss it and talk about it a little bit. But the Trojans are going to have 2:15 to go and to try to get this thing back an opportunity. This is now where the Trojans are going to have to go down and score, get the opening possession, and go back down and score.
You know, that was a coaching technique, a coaching tactic that Coach Zachary did. Goes out, goes on a hard count, gets us offside. So, you know.
Snap is there. Malvo is going to come off to the right side, and he's going to be in. Spun around. Yep. Yep, he just got the ball across and got it. And that's 28-14 now with 2:15 to go in the first half. We'll take it with him. Be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world in the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we are back to Opelousas. Trojans trailing in this one, 28-14. Touchdowns on all 4 Opelousas drives, 2 of 3 drives. This will be the Trojans' fourth drive of the night. Washington's got it backing up at the 13-yard line. A little bit of a crease setting up, and he kicks to the outside. Going to be spun around and dropped at the 36-yard line. So the Trojans will be in fine shape to go down and answer that score.
Yeah, if you look at percentage, 2 out of 3 drives you score a touchdown, you're thinking, hey, that's not bad. But the problem is
4 out of 4 the other side.
4 out of 4, that's right.
Yeah. And you were right. You were talking about, if they have the ball 7 times and score 7 times, well, then that's going to be tough to beat.
All they have to do is stop us once. They've stopped us once.
Yep, and that was that punt that really got him down to the 13. Snap is back. JT's got it up the middle. He's going to spin off. Oh, boy, if he gets another spin, he goes to the corner. Trojans going to have to go tempo. Opelousas not getting up off of the ball very quick. 158, 157.
4-yard gain there off the right side. Like I said, bottled up pretty quick. Pretty good, but JT spun out of it.
Jimmy Duncan to the near side. He's in man coverage. Snap is back. JT's got it again right up the middle out to the 41. And a couple of quick runs right up the middle will bring up 3rd down and 6.
We do still have 3 timeouts, Doug. So
minute 32 and 30 remaining. Still a lot of time on the clock.
And we are going to get the ball to start the second half. Ooh,
need to do something with, he's a little bit offside. There he goes. Back to pass. Sellers is going to be dropped, and it'll be 4th down. 2 runs, and that looked like, was that?
Yeah, Aiden got beat on that one. Unfortunately, that
and
42.
Opelousas out of timeouts. That's going to be the one thing that saves it just a little bit.
Looks like, I think that's Jamarian Daughtry, if I'm not mistaken.
1 minute even remaining in this one. And look like they may have Sellers punt again. Trojans do have a timeout. They'll probably let the clock run all the way down before they punt it. Take a timeout with a second to go. We'll see Bachman's real close to the official over there as he's watching the clock. And that's what they'll do. They'll take it down another 14 seconds. Get it to about 26 seconds on the clock, and we'll call a timeout before they punt it away. Watch Opelousas bring that pressure, though.
Yeah, and their return game is very good, too. Looks like Malvo is on the field, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's 5. I'm sorry. Free safety is 5, not 4.
It was a timeout with 25 seconds to go until halftime in a rapidly moving first half. Been pretty efficient, but the Trojans will be the ones that had to punt the ball a couple of times. And, you've got to get that ball out of here. You cannot let disaster strike here.
Yeah, we had that one mishap last week in the punt game. Townsend's your your snapper. Big 3 right in front of Crenshaw. His up backs.
You got to keep it away, I think, from the deep back that is there, not letting anything happen.
Jaden Owens looks like number 3 is back to return. Sophomore DB.
Snap is back, and it's a good one. Crenshaw gets that one away. Good hang time, bouncing around, checking up there, and there won't be a return on this one, which is huge. Expect Opelousas to come out and take a knee and get to the half with a 28-14 lead.
He's got his headset off, so I'm hoping that's the case, unless he's trying to fool everybody. But
and don't be confused by the stop right here. 28-14. Just this Opelousas offense has been efficient. I tell you, the Trojans do get the ball to come out in the second half. Well, you still got to keep containing back out. He fake that knee and get to the outside. Does not do it. Takes a knee, and that's going to do it for the first half. We're going to step away. We're going to let you see some stuff from our sponsors. We'll come back and see what's going on and join you in from halftime for the second half in about 18 minutes. Guys, it is ASH Trojan Football. They trail the defending state champions out of Class 4A, 28-14 at the break. We'll be back on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life. So I do feel very fortunate to be able to give back to this state that has given me so much.
When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, certified resident.
Thank you, Brett. Good job of keeping us up on all of the scores that are going on around. Told you that the Trojans will get the ball. Lindsey and Darius up around the 20-yard line, Nick, to start things off.
Yeah, short kickoff traditionally for Opelousas. First half stats, JT 5 for 49 yards, 1 touchdown. Carson 5 of 7, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Darius 2 receptions, 43 yards and 1 touchdown.
There you have it. 49 yards rushing, and 45 of it came on one play. Kick is off, and it's going to go in the hands of D-Dub at the 13-yard line. He'll get it, trying to sprint up the middle, and he is hit hard at the 29-yard line, where he will be brought down, and that's where the Trojans will start things off. We have the benefit of being up in the booth with Coach Webb and Coach Russo, and they came back and had that business-like approach to it, Nick.
Yeah, they came upstairs pretty quick, and eager to see what kind of adjustments this coaching staff is making for second half.
11:55. We understand that it's up and rolling on YouTube. You can share the link, the new link. Of course, if I'm telling you this, you've already found where it's at, so I don't guess I need to tell you that. We'll have it up in its entirety later in the morning, I guess. Sellers back in it. No, that's Gassett now. He throws that little jailbreak screen to D-Dub. Darius, makes a man miss. Spun around. Gosh, what a play. The ball was on the ground. He was on the ground, and the official comes running in, letting him know that. Boy, you thought D-Dub had it to the house.
Yeah, so it looks like 29-yard pitch and catch there from Carson. No, from Max.
From Gassett, yeah.
Yeah. So good work there by D-Dub to hold the ball all the way down.
The officials coming in slowly at the end of it. They're calling an officials timeout to talk about it a little bit. Both officials ran in and said that the ball was down. They'll get the yard markers adjusted. And, boy, I thought Darius had a shot to break that one and go, that little jailbreak screen. 13 seconds into this one. Clock will start on the whistle, and it does. Gassett with the toss to JT. JT cuts back to the inside, and I'm not certain that's what they called. 11.5 to go, Nick.
Yeah, we've got some excitement here. But yeah, so but yeah, definitely loss of 4 there, and that brings JT back down to 45 yards.
JT will be spread out.
That Jimmy could do there, and just play by the.
We've seen Max tuck the ball and run here. He's moving Kirkland to the far side. Kirk's coming off 10, and they will sprint.
That's KJ.
That's right. But he had 10 seconds.
Yeah, that was not.
It was 10 seconds, and it ran off quick.
No, there was 8 whenever he blew. When he threw the flag, there was 8, Doug. I saw it.
And they turned and reset the clock pretty quickly to 40. Yeah, no flag on there. And that actually helps the Trojans, if anything, because they should reset it to 25. And that'll give them an extra opportunity to come in. I don't know how you.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened there, but.
Got to believe it's 4-down territory for the Trojans early in this when Fontenot sprints over in motion. Once again, that little screen to JT out of the backfield. He can make some folks miss, and he does. Slips down and just gets hammered shy of the first down. Well, what a big lick he took. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, 12-yard screenplay right there from Max to JT, and I think if he would have seen, he looks back, probably should have went to the right, should have went outside after he made that initial cut, but it's easy for me to say up here.
4th down and 2. Handoff right up the middle to JT. Spins around, stretches the ball, and he's going to be stopped short of it. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Want and will, and we're we're going to beat you, and that happened on the right side of our line.
And mark it down. It's 28-14 here with 9:47. This is where Opelousas just wants to choke you out.
Yeah. This plays right into their game plan.
There's
right
got to be so you were needing to score, come out, get a stop, and go back just to tie it up. Now you're fighting for your life here, trying to get a stop. Pass is there, and it's knocked down by Gaines.
I don't understand, Doug, why. I mean, I guess to try to keep us honest, but
I honestly don't understand that.
I mean, he's 2 for 5. Yes, he has that one jump ball. It was a jump ball. I mean, the guy just, high pointed the ball above Jay Lou. He had great coverage, but I mean.
But I will preface this as well, that statement, they're defending state champions, and I'm not. So
yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Second down and 10 clock stop. 3 seconds off was all that was ran. Shotgun formation. Handoff goes to Ford up the middle, and he bangs around and falls forward for 3 again.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson Townsend.
Major coming in. Looks like he'll stay in there with Ford. No, Ford will come out. When Malvo comes to the sideline, he'll come talk to the offensive coordinator and get the play. So not in a big hurry, especially you don't want to, if you got to stop, you don't want to turn it right back over to Alexandria here.
Yeah, they're in no hurry.
9:47 is where this drive started. It sits at 9:05 right now. So the Trojans doing what they need to do, but have got to find a way to get these next 2 downs stopped. Malvo will sprint to the near side. He looks like he wants to pull up and throw. Good pressure, but he's going to get to the corner. No, he doesn't. Coming in, making a play is Xavier. And Xavier gets knocked down out of bounds. Looks like you're playing around on the playground out there.
Yeah, this field's worn out on the side.
Looks like the punt team coming in for Opelousas, and I wasn't sure they had one.
Yeah, it looks like 4th and
8.
Yeah, 4th and 7.
Or 7, yeah. Darius back to the 36-yard line. Haven't seen. And the Gunners are up on coverage playing tight to kind of watch for a fake. Terry and J-Lou out in coverage. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it's high. It's not going to turn over. Kind of a knuckleball. Got to get out of the way. And it will check up and roll out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And the Trojans will have real good field position. So did what they needed to do in getting a stop. But, man, they've got to find a way. It's been 2 or 3 possessions since they found pay dirt.
Very much so. That's a big stop for that defense.
Big game here. We knew exactly what was going to happen. First down and 10 for the Trojans. Handoff goes to JT. JT cuts back to the inside. There goes JT. 50 now 40. I don't know that they'll catch him. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, JT Lindsay. Touchdown, Trojans. Put 60 more on the board, and he's got 109 on the evening and 2 touchdowns.
Doug, maybe I need to put my headset down.
Maybe you do.
Put my headset down and go talk to our producer again. But didn't see the play because I was talking to Brett. But I do know it was a 60-yard touchdown, and from the excitement you had, it must have been nice.
Indeed, it was. It was typical JT. The offensive line blocked at the point of contact. He hit the same, turned and veered off, and you're not going to catch him when he's running away at an angle to you. That kick is up, and it is good. 28-21, Trojans crawling back in after their first defensive stop. We'll be back. See what else is in store when we come back.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
And we are back. Big time explosive run from JT Lindsay. Eli Fung set to put a foot into this one. And there's the onside kick rolling up. If it goes, yes! Trojans have it.
Yes!
Opelousas was so far back. And Coach Zachary just shaking his head. He's like, yeah, you got us there. Trojans will have it on the 49-yard line. Eli just turns around and plays second base.
That's it. He was ready for it. Saw him working on that in pregame.
Somewhere Bodie is enjoying
that
play right there. Bodie Van Dyke was a champ at that for the Trojans the last couple of years.
Guys, I don't even know what they're talking about. They don't need to be talking about anything. That was all legit. Okay, good work there.
Turned around and just did it. The old master tactician, Coach Thomas Bachman there, rolling the dice and getting that one done. Handoff. No, Max is going to pull it, and Max has a chance. Max to the 30. Now 20. Guess it's going to house it. How about that touchdown? Max has it. Touchdown, Trojans.
49-yard keeper there by run pass option there by Max Gassett, and a big
that was
two plays.
Woo. So the last two plays, the Trojans have gone 60 yards and they've gone 49. 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, back-to-back plays, and an extra point away following that onside kick recovery.
Doug, we said all we need is a stop. We just need one stop. And we got it. I guess technically we got 2 with them kneeling right at the end of halftime. But
Ash gets that one.
Wow.
28-28. Going to take a break, catch our breath. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Trojans tied up on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back. Trojans set to tee this one up, and they have changed things up and looking for the onside kick. Again, Trojans tie this thing up 28-28. Eli puts a foot into this one. Going to bounce around, check up, and hit him, and that's good. Boy, that's going to stay out of the end zone. If it does, it just hits the goal line. That would have been another touchdown for the Trojans. Oh, baby.
Wow. If that of course you can't advance it, but if that ends up on the half goal line and the Trojans land on it, wow.
If.
Yeah. But we talked about, Doug, we needed to stop. We didn't expect it to happen like that, but great call there by Coach Bachman on the onside kick. Great execution by Eli Fung.
But you've still got to come in and make a stop and play contain.
Yeah. Definitely have the momentum right now.
Ford is going to catch it off of the left side. Got to come up and get him on the ground. He's got 5 Trojans over here and still doesn't go down. Out to the 45. And Griffin just twisted up a little bit when he came down. I don't know. That looks like he's cramping is what it looks like to me. He'll come off and Major will come in and quickly they'll get to work on him.
You know, there's a lot of, there's definitely some differences between Major and Ford, but the running attack doesn't change.
No, not in the slightest. That offensive line still bangs around, and you still got Malvo that's out there. 7:38 to go. We're knotted at 28. 14 straight for the Trojans. Play action and a snap throw over to the right side.
That's a hold. That's a hold right in front.
A little bit of hold, and here comes. And the ball is on the ground. Trojans will come up with it, and they'll decline the penalty. They're saying, it looks like they're saying he was down. Or are they talking about, they're calling him down. And I didn't see it that way.
But he sure didn't run to it. He went with the ball.
They'll go back over and talk to the white hat in this one. Hold on the offense, and so they were saying that he was down. Coach Bachman out on the field, goes out through the sand pit, down on the ground. Another flag on the field out at the 45-yard line, but it may have just been the hold as well.
Well, he's not griping, Doug, so he must have seen it the same way.
Big penalty, and that's the first time that we've really seen a drive staller right there from Opelousas. 7.5 now, first down and 20, a first down and 18, so they were a couple of yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I would say this crew is only, in my opinion, they missed that one hold, in the first half,
they've
but
been pretty solid.
they've been good. Yeah, they did get a face mask on that one.
Jay Frazier in now at cornerback. He's got the slot man. Malvo's going to come to the near side. Big pressure coming up. 12, 13-yard pickup all the way out to the 49-yard line. That was just a good arm from Malvo.
Yeah, that was one of his better passes, and great route, good coverage. Just it looked like he wanted underneath guy, and we were in front of him, so he went to his second read. And
well, it looked like the Trojans in a heavyweight fight. They come out and land a couple of big haymakers to get this thing tied up, but Opelousas has steadied the ship. Yes, Xavier fire through there and make that one. Big major stop there.
Big stop there. That's great work by Xavier.
3rd down and 8. Frazier and J-Lou staying on.
Doug, we were talking in the second quarter how you need a person to make a play just to get that momentum back. Need somebody to make a play, and Xavier
Looks
did
like
on that one.
Ford is still on the sideline working out that cramp. That's Major that's in at running back with Malvo. Malvo back to pass. He's rolling down to the left side, trying to steady his body up. Got to come up and get, look, there's your guy. Oh, tries to shovel pass. That one, a good awareness from the 4-year starter, Zach Malvo.
Let me tell you, if that works, Doug, I'm just sitting down.
I know.
Wow.
And here comes the punt team one more time.
3 stops in a row for this Trojan defense.
Look, the halftime adjustments there, we've always talked about how solid they were. Darius Washington with his heels on the 31-yard line. They shift over just a little bit to the near hash, closest to the home side.
Yeah, let's make sure there's no fake here. Hold your water. Don't give them any extra yards, because if you jump off, they're going to definitely
They'll turn around and go for it. Yeah. Absolutely, they will. Different offense without Ford, the big bruising back out there. You don't need any. Oh, and there's a delay of game is going to be called. Or look at Cortez firing off the side. But delay of game, so that'll push it back. That gives you a little bit of breathing room.
For sure. It looks like they're missing, yeah. Coach Zachary was hollering they were missing a person.
And it ran one on just before. They ran 56 out there, so I guess they wanted the speedier 11.
Well, I wonder if that's a change to where they may try something. Guess we'll see here.
I don't know. Further back he goes. It looks like they just ran somebody out there. Snap is back. Kick is high and short. Got to get everybody away. Get them all out of the way. This will go at the 47-yard line. Trojans, again, not far from where they had it last time on the onside kick recovery. Just about 3 yards shy of that. So the Trojans starting out near midfield once again.
Yeah, Doug, the offensive stat sheet starting to fill up like the defense one. So that's a good sign for your Trojans.
Carson Sellers back in at quarterback after 2 big drives from Gassett. Well, Gassett, that's his second big run that we've seen of the year. Another cool play nominee. Sellers takes a snap. Play action. He's rolling. Fontenot's open. Unable to get it, threw it down just about at the knees. And Fontenot unable to go down and get that one. But he was breaking across the field and was open. Well, you got to go in there and get the lead here.
Yeah. It looks like if he could have maybe let him a little bit, but of course, the way that we talked on that one to Darius, the touchdown pass.
Yep.
How fast their secondary.
It looked like quick off the ball. JT trying to get to the corner. He spins around, continuing to run, and he now falls forward for 3. That's a big time run for JT Lindsay.
Yep, 8-yard gain there on that second down to make 3rd and short.
Boy, 3rd and 2, so much better than 3rd and 8 and 9. I know that I get the golden announcer award for that, but I'm just telling you what a difference it makes. And that gets us to the 6-minute hydration timeout. Let's take it with them, Brett. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football right here on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
We are back here to Opelousas. And 28-28, 5:57 to go in the third. No, the clock is not working on our scoreboard tonight, but you see on Wallace Eye Associates, it is the third quarter. Max Gassett with a huge run following the onside kick. JT with a big run, and now it's third down and short. There goes JT hopping right through the line and gets the first down. And this is the JT that we've seen in the second half that continues to grind out.
Yes, sir. 6 yards on that run there, and they're going to start wearing on this Opelousas front if we can.
10 men in the box for Opelousas trying to stop JT, and they do it there, and they'll drop him back for a yard. You got to, if you can check out of that you had 10 guys for Opelousas within about 5 yards of the ball.
Yeah, kind of surprised they didn't look to the sideline and see about changing that.
Again, you've got everybody within 5 yards of the ball. You got one-on-one coverage. You got to go over the top. It's a toss to JT. It's just going to be JT against everybody, but it's tough to run against a 10-man front.
Yeah,
at some point, you're going to have to think, here comes Vaughn, a little bit heavier set. Jimmy will come back in. They'll spread them out. You take the two tight ends out of there.
Yeah, Opelousas actually held tight there, Doug.
Third down and 9, 4-down territory, we believe. They come up and show pressure. Trojans will look to the sideline. I got to believe they were thinking Jimmy Duncan and let him get what he can get, but the slot coverage guy came up. Back to pass to Sellers. They're looking screen. That's that little jailbreak screen as Duncan comes in. And he gets nothing on it. It'll be fourth down. Trojan offense should stay, huh?
Yeah, that one didn't develop. That's a no gain there.
You saw the defensive line stay back and just not really do anything. They sniffed that one out. 4:14 to go in the third, all tied up at 28, 13, and 12 on the play clock. Trojans facing fourth down and 9 here. Just about 20 yards or so on this drive. In motion comes Duncan. Sellers back to pass. He's going to do a stop route, and it's complete. He got him in front of the stick. That's a first down where they'll mark it and move the chains. And, boy, somewhere down the campus of Louisiana Christian, E.J. Scott is smiling about that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this color guy was not about to smile because that side judge was going very slow. That's a 10-yard stop route there.
First down and 10. Sellers hand off to JT. JT trying to get something going. But look, it's a quiet 5 yards.
I was going to say, I'll take that. I was wondering where you were going, but yeah, he fell forward for.
Well, I mean, you think he's got it stopped. And this is what we've seen running backs do to us the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You get them, and they just fall forward, move the. There's JT banging around, hopping his way in.
Yep, he's going to get 5 for the first down there. So,
look, his biggest fan, his biggest supporter is his mom, Miss Kendra, and I know she's smiling as JT continues to do second half JT magic. That's Vaughn now. Vaughn with it, and he gets himself 3 yards on the play. This is eerily similar to that drive that we saw, or that second half we saw last week against Destrehan.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, the quarterback keeper was a big play, obviously, this week. But definitely now using our will against them.
Second down and 7. The offensive line starting to kick a little bit. Oh, pulls that one back, but he's pressured. Yeah.
I thought
that initial slant wasn't open.
Yeah, I thought Darius got held, but I guess not.
Another big third down play here, and you've got to give yourself a manageable fourth down or get you in the field goal range.
I'll watch film on that one. Maybe it just paused. Maybe it was a little stop and go. And
5 wide receivers. They like to run that little jailbreak screen here. Watch for them to bring Jimmy in motion if they do, and they can then drag him back across. Carson's got it. He's looking deep. overshoots the intended receiver, and that was 6. If he puts that one down on the money, and Carson knows that he missed that one.
Yeah, just overthrew him just a little bit. It was hard to tell if Darius was able to get his fingers on it or not, but Darius definitely, winded right now.
Yeah, indeed. These guys have battled. This is a battle out here. You see hands on hips from that Opelousas defense, but they have just been so solid on this set of downs.
Last time, Doug, on the 4th down, they went with Darius on the stop route.
But you've got to go past the sticks. You got to get 12. It's 4th down and 12. Carson back to pass. Here comes pressure from the side. Going to throw that one. I don't know.
There was contact, but I don't. Maybe he has a right to that same position, but
turnover and downs, and this has turned into a defensive battle here. Minute 49 to go in the 3rd, and these defenses have made some adjustments.
Yeah, DB actually, just like I said, he just cut him off there. Once again, he probably, by the rules, he probably has a right to that area, and no way Jimmy could work through him.
If you're an Opelousas fan, it's good to see Deshaun Ford back in the game. Looked like he had cramped up, seems to be moving well, and he gets the ball here. Cuts back to the inside, but good work underneath.
Yeah, it was Ethan Richard coming back with the tackle there, his first tackle of the night. But
I mean, you stop him at the line of scrimmage and 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the difference maker that Deshaun Ford is. We saw it out of JT also.
So we have Richard and Everett, Bayon, and Elijah Nelson across the front right now.
Good job. Oh, Malvo pulls it. That is just beautiful work by Malvo. Pulled that, and I mean, he was just lucky he wasn't off the races because everybody had crashed down that 1st down and 10.
Yeah, Gaines and Griffin there, and Ford gets up after being tackled and is excited because they did their job on the fake.
That's exactly right.
Got me for sure. I thought Bayon had him in the backfield.
Bayon, one of those younger players, it's just going to be so solid as the years progress. 45 seconds to go here in the 3rd. We're knotted at 28. Inside little jet sweep coming around to the outside, and that's your guy coming up making that tackle.
Yes, but you know why he's able to make the tackle? Because Carrick Gaines forces him inside on the
contain.
Great work there by Carrick. And Doug, I noticed number 1 down here for Opelousas, Corey Amos is
stretching him out,
cramping up. So like I said, this might come down to.
Opelousas looks like they want to take this one to the 4th quarter as there's 9 and 8 and 7 seconds to go, and they will. It is 4th quarter time here from Opelousas. We are knotted at 28, and this has been a dandy one. 1 quarter to solve it. We'll be back for the 4th quarter action right here on 446 Sports.
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life. So I do feel very fortunate to be able to give back to this state that has given me so much.
When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Getting ready for 4th quarter action here. And, boy, it's just what a tale of a couple of halves, Nick. It was all Opelousas in the first, 28-14. Trojans come out, get a big run from JT, get the onside kick, beautifully executed. And then Max Gassett takes it 49 himself. And that brings a 2nd down and 9 for Opelousas from the 36.
Doug, we have 15-14 Menard with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So they take the lead on Abbeville.
There you have it. Good comeback by the Eagles. Snap is back. Ford's got it, banging around. He's going to fall down at the 41-yard line. It'll make it 3rd down and 4.
Xavier White on tackle there. Once again, forced him inside. And Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, I guess it is cramps.
He's coming back off again. And look, it's a different team, but this has just been, I mean, you hate to be that cliche announcer, but this has just been a heavyweight brawl.
Yeah, it's gonna be who actually lasts is who's gonna win this game.
Conditioning down the stretch. We're knotted at 28, 3rd down and 4. Snap is back. Handoff's going to go to Major, and he snips to the outside. Snip is what I said. Don't know how I said that. And all the way to the 45 where it's going to be a 1st down.
You know, he lowers his head there at the 42, Doug.
Yep.
And just drives to the 45.
1st down and 10 for Opelousas. This is a big time in-game drive for those guys. $11 minutes to go. We're just a minute into this when Malvo again comes to the sideline and gets the play and gets back out there. Major flanked off to his right. This time you got 3 receivers. They fashion it to Malvo in situations like this. Major's going to get it. He's cutting around. They went to the opposite side, and that's going to bring one of the linemen off the field as his helmet came off.
Man, he's a big kid too.
Yes. A couple of yards on that one. And I'm telling you what, this is just, it's been all that it's built up to be.
Yeah, I've got Xavier White with 9 solo tackles, 5 assists. So he's at 14 tackles with 9 of them solo.
And he's averaging a little under 15, 14.666 into infinity on that. So he's dead on it.
Jackson Townsend has 11 with 6 solo.
10, 20 and counting in this one, knotted at 28, 2nd down and 8 from the 42. Snap is back. Malvo just on a dedicated keeper coming up out of the tackle there. But, great work coming up. Wow.
You have Griffin there on the tackle. Of course, we strung it out really well, and now that's the difference. Whenever you have layers, stringing it out would contain.
First man there was Jaden Lewis to come up and just hang on. Wasn't able to get him down, but you let your guys rally around. It was a key to the game last week of gang tackling, and that's what they did here. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, this is a big play here because I don't know if I think he's going for it here, even if he doesn't get it.
No doubt in my mind. You're out near midfield.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go out. That's what I say. You don't have to go out and get 8 or 9 right here. Bachman looks like he might be wanting a timeout. And Opelousas came out and got it. Coach Zachary takes it. We'll take it with him. Be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football on 446 Sports. And we are back. It can't be fun at the old ball game. I'm telling you, this is a lot of fun. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, Jason Crooks, Brett Stalls. We're bringing you all the action from Opelousas. Malvo faces 3rd down and 7. Handoff's going to go off to the near side and Ford. Got to get him down. Cortez trying to strip the ball instead of tackling, and that's going to bring up a 1st down. Well, they look like they're trying to strip the ball, and you got to come up and just put the pads to him.
Yeah, very frustrating there because first contact's about the 50.
Right.
And he ends up going down at the 45.
And now you get a fresh set of downs, and Ford comes out of the game. Again, he's about one drive, but he goes out there and gives everything and more. And look, 70% of Deshaun Ford's better than 100% of a whole lot of running backs.
Yes, sir, for sure.
9:12 to go in regulation. 1st down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Malvo's got Major back there with him. Major gets it, cuts back to the near side, but good work diving in and making that stop. Was that Hobbs again in the middle? No, that's Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Hobbs has been kind of quiet in the second half. Mason's going to come off. Looks like he's shaking up just a little bit, and they'll rush somebody in.
That's Everett. That's a 99 Jaden Everett. He's seeing significant action tonight. So
Big young man himself.
Yeah.
8.5, 8:35 to be exact. 2nd down and 8. Looks like, nope, that's Major still in the backfield with Malvo. Looks over things, 10-9 on the play clock. Snap is back. Major's going to get it. Or did I call Hobbs to come in and get him one? And he does. Said he's been a little quiet. Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah. No. Fortunately, it was no gain.
Right.
He tackled him, or he brought him down initially in the backfield, but he fell forward for at least back to the line of scrimmage. But good work there by Peyton.
3rd down and 8, and this has been one of those Opelousas type drives here, using up a lot of clock in this one.
You can just tell his emotion there, Doug, after the play, that he's been working on it. He's been working, and it finally paid off.
Indeed, it has. 3rd down and 8. 2 receivers to the near side. Major still in there at running back. They're working on the right calf. And Malvo just on the direct keeper. Spun around, and that defense says, I don't think so. 4th down, big time stop for that Trojan D.
Yeah, great job there by Grayson Thibodeau to force him inside. Once he spun, Cortez and Xavier were there to finish him off. So good work there by the Trojan defense. Cortez Simon's tackling numbers starting to elevate as well. But I don't mind that from a linebacker.
Right. 4th down and 9 now for Opelousas. They, of course, will keep that offense out on the field. Trojans would love to get the stop here and get the field position.
Ford's back in, Doug.
Yeah, and he can do anything. Man in motion, comes back. Malvo's going to roll to the far side. He's getting pressure up the middle, trying to go for it all. And that is just an amazing catch down to the 6-yard line. And there's going to be roughing the passer in the backfield. It'll be half the distance. But Malvo is shaken up on that one. Good piece of sportsmanship by Elijah.
Griffin just never turned his head. I mean, he never turns his head. If he turns his head, he gets to make a play on the ball. But
right on the money, a dime from Zach Malvo. And Malvo, I don't know if he'll have to come off for a play because the helmet came off or because it was a penalty to let him stay out. But he is a warrior himself. And just working hard.
That's interesting. That's interesting, Doug. That's a question I'd be curious to know. If he gets to stay on because of the penalty.
Get him inside 1st and goal inside the 5 to about the 4, I think. Maybe the 3.
Yeah, 3.
Malvo right up the middle, but he's got pressure still. Gets up there and gets a yard on it. They'll mark him down at the 2. You don't mind this if you're Opelousas because it just gives you opportunity to run off another minute and a half.
No, for sure. Yeah, they're not worried about it at all.
Now, what it gets interesting is that Opelousas doesn't kick extra points. They go for 2, and they've been hit or miss on that.
Yeah.
They're 2 for 2 on there, and that's going to be the hydration timeout. We'll take the final one of the evening with them. We'll be back. It's tied at 28, but Opelousas knocking on the door. Final 6 to go when we come back on 446 Sports. We are back. Final 6 in regulation to go here. 2nd down and goal from inside the 3. Nose of the football rests at the 2. And we saw Malvo almost hurdle the line here earlier. They can do just about whatever they want out of this formation. Haven't made any mistakes today from center to quarterback. He's going to go right off the left side and get into the end zone. No, they stopped short of the line. They're looking down to see where he's at. It's going to be 3rd down. They'll bring the flag team back over here.
Yep. Griffin and White kept him out of the end zone there.
Or how about a false start or something right here to back it up? That nose of the football rests just inside the goal line. They'll hurry up and come with that big, heavy package. 5:33 to go in regulation. Malvo's clearing him out a little bit, and he's going to go over the top. Just as good as you'll find at that play at this level, Nick.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really much you can do about that other than maybe have your linebackers try to meet him at the top. But I don't know if you could do that in high school.
I don't think you can. I don't know that we've got anybody that can go up that high with it. This is crucial. This is the 2-point try that Opelousas goes for here. What it does, in the scenarios we'll run out, if they don't get it, the Trojans can go down and score and win it with an extra point. If they do get it, boy, that puts some pressure on you.
Yeah, Bion had to come off the field because he lost his lid.
5:26, 34-28 on for the 2-point conversion.
Time and go figure.
No, that was Gaines.
Is that Gaines?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yep, Gaines.
Let's take a break. Our final, probably not our final one. 34-28. Trojans will get the ball back with 5:26 to go on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
And we are back 34-28. Opelousas takes the lead, their first score here in the second half. That kick is a squibbler back to the 15-yard line, 25 now, 30. Kicking to the outside now, coming back up the middle, making a man miss. Spun around again and out to midfield, still on his feet to the 46-yard line. And how about that big momentum comeback?
Tell you what, Doug, everybody on a jersey, put it in uniform tonight, they're going to be feeling it tomorrow. I mean, there is not a dull moment. They're hitting, they're running, they're digging, they're doing everything they can on both teams. Just an amazing battle tonight.
Tioga looks like they're going to win their homecoming. They're up 38-16. Menard gets a late safety to beat Abbeville in that one. Buckeye was on top earlier, I think we saw, or Buckeye was trailing, and St. Mary's was on top.
Gassett's in.
Max Gassett back in at quarterback. Duncan over there in the sand pit up near the 47. And handoff's going to go to JT. JT hops over that line like he does inside the 40 to the 39. You know, this gives new meaning, or I guess it tells you about 3 yards on a cloud of dust.
Yeah, it's old
that dust,
football.
but it'll take 6 yards right there. Snap is back. Gassett once again to JT. JT just stiff arms to the corner and going to be ran out of bounds. About a yard shy. We think they mark him at the 42.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd down and inches. Remember, Gassett can pull it. He's done that from 49.
Yeah, give him 3 on that play.
Darbone and Lindsey back in there. JT's going to get it, of course. Why not give it to the 4-star commit to LSU for the first down? 4:46 to go here in regulation. Trojans trailing by 6, 34-28.
4-yard gain right up the middle there behind Caleb Pearl and Reed and
you told
Morris.
me JT had 49 at halftime. He's putting rubber to the road in this one. Handoff once again goes to JT. Spun around. Good work by that Opelousas interior line, but JT still falls forward to the 31.
They're going to give him 1 there. So, that 5-minute and 40-second drive and finishes off with a touchdown extra point wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Changing personnel here. Gassett, don't forget, can pull it down, and that's going to be a timeout. Timeout taken by Opelousas. I believe that's their second of the second half. Let's take it with them, a quick one, 30 seconds, and we'll be back for the final 4:05 on 446 Sports.
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life. So I do feel very fortunate to be able to give back to this state that has given me so much.
When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we are back. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano, and scenario set for you. Trojans trail by 6, but they've owned this second half. They were down 14 at the break, tied things up, down by 6 now following the missed 2-point conversion. They see a 2nd and 9 following the Opelousas timeout. Ball's got to get to the 23-yard line for a first down for the Trojans. 4:05 remaining in this one. Gassett in at quarterback. He's got Vaughn in the backfield with him. Gassett back to pass. Gassett going for it all. Banging around, and goodness gracious.
Yeah.
On the back half, letting them play.
Yeah, if he gets a little more air under that one, maybe Fondo gets to run onto it, but nothing wrong with that coverage there, but I thought there was a little more contact than what they usually give.
Now you face 3rd down and 9. You'll bring that big, heavy set in. And look, this is one of those opportunities. Opelousas has got to be thinking a big JT Lindsey run. I'm not opposed to Gassett pulling it and getting another one. We've seen him do that a couple of times this year. 4 minutes even left in this one following the incompletion. 3rd down and 9 and a timeout taken by the Trojans. Let's leave it right here, Nick, and reset things.
My guess, Doug, is he's probably not looking. I mean, if it's there, get the 9 yards, but he's probably might be something short here and let him run for it. And if not, he's gonna go for it.
I don't know. It's tough to throw the ball here, right. I think, because you go out there and get something manageable. Although little stop route, but Gassett, I don't think, has been the one. Now, he had a beautiful shot at it over here, and I thought there was some banging around. But, and you got so many options, too. They're going to dive onto JT right here. You got to think that they're similar to what the Trojans defense did on Ford on that possession ago when Malvo pulled it.
No, for sure. Might be something where you get Tanner involved, thinking that, fake the JT and maybe even fake Max on a run and find Tanner if he's out there.
Look, folks on the Louisiana Sports Line board were split on this game, and with all rights, this has been one of those battles. Gassett's got Darbone and Lindsey in the backfield. He brings Duncan in motion. They like to go the other way, and they will do that. They'll sneak JT out of the backfield. Need a block. Got it. JT to the 20, now 15, driven out of bounds, and that's a big block on the side there.
Yeah.
Was that Price?
From the 32 to the 10? Is that where they're going to spot him?
Yeah.
Or to the 15?
Was that Price that came out and got him 55?
Yes.
Aiden Price needed to pick up the block, and he did that. And what a great, great play call that was there. We've seen that misdirection. 28 and 27, the Trojans will slow down a little bit in this one, trying to get this in there and not give Opelousas much time. Snap is back. JT's got it. And helmet comes off of one of the linemen for the Trojans. He'll have to come out.
It's Reed. But, going back to that screenplay, JT, after he catches the ball, also sets the block up. Is patient enough to a lot of runners they'll run into that, not allow their offensive lineman. So we have 79, who's Simlick, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Tanner Simic.
You have the opportunity to pull this because they are crashing on the running back here. 15, 14, and 13. Trojans trying to eat up every bit of clock that they can. 8 and 7. Gassett looks over the sideline. Trojans are going to have to call a timeout.
Come on, we got to get the snap.
Timeout. They get it. We'll keep it here one more time. I tell you what, let's step away. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back for this second down play on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, certified residential appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Back live to Opelousas. We sit in Donald Gardner Stadium. Final time that the Trojans will come here is, again, they're going to start working on their new stadium that will be right here after this football season is over with. The parish wide uses this park. They share it.
Doug, I don't know why Reed couldn't come back in since we called a timeout. He's the one who lost his helmet.
JT flanks to the right side of Gassett. Two receivers to the near side. Fontenot, the lone runner at the top. Gassett's going to come this way. And he's got JT into the end zone. Incomplete, out of bounds. Oh, goodness gracious. And Max couldn't have put it in a better spot.
Now Reed's coming back in.
Oh, mercy, what a throw that was. Got to be careful of that one, though, because it just drifted over the head.
Yeah, a good thing about it is he put it where only JT could catch it. But, yeah, just a little bit out of the reach. Good coverage. I mean, that's
the only place you can do it, too, because the fence is on the field everywhere else.
That's right. That's right. So, big third down here, Doug.
Two receivers to the near side. Fontenot again up at the top. They'll look over the side. Townsend is the H-back, and we've not seen him streak out down the seam at all. Gassett calls for the ball. Little pump fake there. Got a man. It's to Fontenot. Touchdown, Trojans. What a pump fake and a pass completion. It's good. And Mesh will come on for an opportunity to give the Trojans their first lead with 2:55 to go.
I think that might be Fontenot's first touchdown catch of the season, Doug.
He had one in the scrimmage,
yes, but I think
not here. And it's good to see that young man back. How about the poise of Max Gassett in this second half?
Yes, very much so. Big half for that young man.
And this is Mesh, who's just is ready for this stuff. Off the soccer field, I'm going to try my best not to jinx any more of it. That kick is up. And it is good. Trojans take the lead, 35-34, 2:55 when we come back. And thought we'd take a moment to catch our breath, but I don't think it's came back at all. This stadium, normally you would hear so much cheering going on, but they're all just sitting back both sides watching a tremendous game. Everybody up. It looks like they're looking for an onside kick. I was kidding when I said it. 2:55 to go. Fung puts a foot into this one and hammers it back. Going to check up around the goal line. And, boy, that's big. The Trojans have a chance to get on it.
Oh,
good work, and that's going to start. Boy, that was a big play.
You'll never guess who made the tackle.
Yeah. Tell
Colby
it.
Pope.
Say it. That's right.
Colby Pope. What a finish.
So now with 2:50 to go in this one, that could have – look, that's been a struggle on kickoffs for Opelousas, but they'll start inside their own 10 to the 9.
Yeah, Doug, and this is unofficial. We have one timeout. They have one timeout. So that's going to become very critical here, depending on what this first play.
You said it earlier. You said it often. Contain,
Yes.
contain.
Keep them in the box. Don't let them get outside.
2:50 to go. Trojans lead by 1. Opelousas trying to come down and get this one. We've not seen anything from their kicking game, so they'll have to go for the touchdown here. Malvo calls for it, pulls it back from Ford, and he's getting to the outside, and he's got a chance. Got to come up and make a play, and they do, driven out of bounds, and that's what we're concerned about.
You know, Griffin there, I've got to give him credit. At least he just rode him out. There was no penalty, no late hit. It was a good job there.
And try to just strip the ball
That's
out.
right.
They got him out of bounds.
That's right. He kept a good angle. I mean, they still, like you said, most likely, they have to get 6 because even in film, we haven't seen. I think I've seen them attempt 1.
2:44 to go in this one. First down and 10 for Opelousas. Trojans lead it by 1. Ball rests at the 27-yard line. Snap is back. Ford's got it coming to the right side. Got a tackle, and they do. Xavier's there, and Griffin is there. And that will keep the clock running. Opelousas is not going to be able to stay in their slow down offense that they like to run. 27 and 26 on the play clock, 2:21 on the game clock, 2:19 and counting. Second down and 6. Handoff to Ford once again. Kind of a slow-moving play. Thought Nelson had him in the background. Third down, though, that's a big stop. They're calling for a stop of the clock, but it's not a first down.
Not a first down.
It's not sure why they stopped the.
Why are they stopping? Well, they're running it. Fortunately, they did not stop it, but they were calling for it. But
right.
Yeah.
Third down now and a yard.
Xavier hit him hard there on the way down, Doug.
147, 146, and a timeout is called, and the officials are going to come in and try to get this thing worked out. Bachman is not happy about that. No, that's one of the other coaches. It's
no, Bachman's halfway on the. Yeah, he was barking at the.
They're giving him a first. So this is the second time they've done that this game.
My gosh,
they've changed things around and marked the first down.
Unless the hash, Doug, and that could be the case. Unless the hashes on the sideline over there are off,
perhaps mispainted.
Yeah.
That's been known to happen.
Because that is that's twice that it was a full yard. That is, well, we're
should get the clock running, and they haven't yet. It sits at 150, 149 now and counting. No, they didn't start it because it was an official's timeout, and boy, that
no, he's saying
well.
Run it. He was saying run it.
Malvo back to pass. He's looking for it all.
Oh.
And that's he went for the interception. That's going to go down the sideline. 30, 20, 10, one man to beat. Touchdown, Opelousas. And diving for it. That's a touchdown for Opelousas. They're going to go for 2 once again. And what did that go, 65 yards?
Yep. Well, 60, 68, I think, because I think it was on the 42.
They're
I think.
dancing in the bleachers here at Opelousas. They think that they've come back and done this one. It's 40-35. But it'll be 1:40 left for the Trojans, and that's a 92-yard drive in a matter of about 25 seconds for Opelousas. But when you get it all on one play, went for the interception and didn't get it, and that left pay dirt.
Doug, we said that they were, if they passed for 10 or 15 attempts, that they would probably lose the game.
Yep.
That's their 8th attempt. So this is right in their game plan.
40-35. Malvo will go back over the top. I don't think he's going to get there. That'll be a stop short of the goal line. No good on the PAT. And the Trojans trail by 6 in this one. We'll be back. See what the Trojans have. Last one with the ball wins this one, we think, on 446 Sports. We are back, and what a just punch and counter punch, body blow, body blow. Sounds like that old video game from back in the day. Punch out, body blow, body blow.
Well, I could tell you one thing. I'm glad that I don't like that they gave them the first down, but I do like that they didn't run the clock because it only took 10 seconds off the clock instead of if they would have been running the clock. when they wanted to.
Because of the 2 missed PATs, all the Trojans have to do is get it into the end zone, and they'll take the lead. It won't come down to an extra point. Deshaun Ford teeing it up. Got to be careful and watch what's going on. Hands team up close. That one right down the middle. Darius has it at the 5. Now right up the middle he goes, trying to get to the outside. Cuts to the outside. Cuts back to the inside, still on his feet. Going forward out to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will have it. First down and 10. So 10 seconds on the kickoff return.
Yeah, that, to be honest with you, I think that's our worst starting field position of the game.
I believe it is. Carson Sellers will come out with that first team offense, and we'll see what they're able to do with it here. Gassett's had a pretty good second half here. Sellers has had a pretty good one. And, boy, you'd like one of them big JT runs, wouldn't you? 27-13, Leesville into the third, Leesville-Pineville.
Remember how athletic they are on the back end, Doug.
Sellers back to pass. He dumps it out to JT. He's going to stutter step and spin around, and he'll pick up 5. Trojans are going to go tempo, but that's normal for them. They do have one timeout in their pocket. Field goal doesn't do it. You got to get into the end zone here. But you're right, over the top, it's tough to get there against Opelousas. 108, running off a lot of time here. 105, 104. Back to pass to Sellers, setting up the screen, and it's there to JT. JT to the inside. JT's off and going. JT now, 40. JT's got to get a block now, 30. 20 to the inside. Inside, still going. Into the 5, and down goes JT to the 1-yard line. Oh, baby, what a run.
I can't tell, Doug, if that was 15. I don't know where they started.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter
how far it was. 48 seconds and counting. And I about old babied out right there. Goodness gracious. 47, 46 and counting. Trojans still have a timeout. And look, if you're looking at why JT's so highly touted, well, I'm just telling you, around the state, around the country, if you've not met that young man, ladies and gentlemen, JT Lindsay. 33 seconds. We're not going anywhere, Nick. I'm going to catch my breath. You take us back through that one, brother.
Well, Doug, they just pointed that Opelousas called a timeout. And
they don't have one.
I didn't think they did.
On the 2-yard line is where the Trojans get.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone where that play actually started.
You coming me here?
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to, on the tape delay, I was trying to
see where he was.
Yeah, where he was.
Look, Trojans, I have no words for this. This has been probably one of the biggest battles. And Nick, you mentioned how much more of a slugfest this was than last week's game, and last week's game was huge, but it just seems like these are two warrior-laden teams just battling, leaving everything out on the field. Sellers in at quarterback. You got a couple of tight ends. You got 4 or 5 running linemen. You got JT that's back there. So Thibodeau is set up as the H-back. Townsend down on the line is another tight end. Got a tight end to the near side.
You let Singer.
JT's got it. JT's banging around. JT's down inside the... waiting for somebody to call it. I've not seen a signal yet. Just the clock continues to run.
The guy on the far end, he hadn't even come on the field. What is he doing?
They're close. They've got them going. Okay, so they've set it back for the 2-point conversion. That's a touchdown, yeah. Trojans. Touchdown. The clock's down to 16. Should have been stopped at around 25. I never saw a signal. They're saying in the end zone the signal was there, and they've moved it back to where the 2-point try would be. So it's got to be the touchdown.
No, Doug, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know.
They're moving it for the 2. They're moving it for the 2. Yes, okay. The coach wants it on this hash for the 2. Or no?
I don't, unless they called forward progress down, and that's going to drive Coach Bachman
No. He's saying they're going for 2, Doug.
Okay,
and he
so
wants
they
it on the
moved it
hash.
over. Okay.
Right. They want it on the hash.
And so all they've done is move it over to the other hash now. So that's a touchdown, JT Lindsey. Touchdown, Trojans. 41-40, Trojans lead it with 23 seconds to go. They'll go for 2 to save what would be a field goal.
And then they put 7 seconds back on the clock. So, but I sure would like to. I mean, I'm grateful, but I never saw a signal.
No, I think everybody was watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, touchdown, JT Lindsey, touchdown, Trojans. Trojans will stay out there for the 2-point conversion. And this just gets you to 3, so a field goal doesn't beat you. JT out in motion. Watch Carson just to roll that way. Snaps
he's all over. That's got to be
yeah. The Trojans will do it again from a yard and a half out.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh, goodness gracious. Nick, this has been one for the ages, my friend. An instant classic, if you will.
Yeah, so what'll be from the 1.5 now, you said? Good. Yeah, and that explains why they wanted on that left hash.
Because they were rolling out this way.
Yeah.
There'll be 23 seconds on the clock when Opelousas gets it back. Trojans were down 28-14. They've put up 27 here, and they outscored them 27-12.
Yeah,
and the gizzards were good, too, from Mamas. Don't forget about that. Sellers looks over to the sideline.
Livers as well. The wings.
Fries, the wings were great. The little sandwiches were good.
Chicken salad sandwich.
And, look, I've not played a single down, but I wore out in this one. 41-40 Trojans with the lead. Instant classic, to say the least. Sellers toss back to JT. JT's going to get into the end zone. It'll be a 3-point lead for the Trojans. And we'll take a final timeout here. 23 seconds to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
we are back high above Donald Gardner Stadium, where the Trojans, you heard me, the Trojans lead at 43-40 with 23 seconds to go. Fung set to put a foot into this one, kicks it high and deep. It's going to roll around and check. He caught it inside the 1. Got to go up and get him. Boy, the special teams returns have been chaotic for Opelousas.
I'm not even going to say who it was. Yeah, I will. Obi Pope.
Obi Pope, of course you will. That took him 5 seconds off, too.
Yep.
But there was a chance it wasn't going to roll up. I don't know if Fung works on the kicking it inside the 1.
I think there's a little wind blowing this
Sucker
direction.
players
right
have
now.
control of the ball, don't they?
Little wind blowing that direction against him. So
you've got to have so much outside contain. You've got to get everybody back and 95 yards away. We saw him go 97 just a minute, or 93 a minute ago.
Yeah, keep everything in front of you, gentlemen. Everything in front of you.
One of your keys to the game was special teams play.
Yep.
And it's been a struggle for Opelousas tonight.
Yep. I mean, everything across the board with them. Oh, gosh, what do we have here? We've got all kinds of stuff happening.
Trojans still have a timeout, don't they?
Yes, they do, but he's got to get off the field.
Peyton Hobbs does get off. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. Malvo stepping up. Got all kinds of time. Throws this one over the top, and it's complete. Run out of bounds at the 35-yard line where the clock will stop. They'll mark him at the 34. 7 seconds come off, though, and we'll take that one. Opelousas out of timeouts. 11 seconds to go. No timeouts for Opelousas. 1 for the Trojans. Wouldn't shock me to see them maybe call one here as Opelousas gets up there to run a play just to let folks think about it a little bit. I don't think the Trojans have any left. You got to get – this is back when you'd see Jalen Johnson and Mingo and those guys back in coverage. Get everybody back as far as you can go. Come in and maybe send Cortez on a blitz
Man, as athletic as Opelousas is, get them back.
3 receivers
Get 'em
stacked
back.
to the side here.
He was moving. He wasn't stationary
Here
down
comes
here.
pressure up
He
the
was
middle.
not stationary down here.
Malvo has to tuck it down. He's going to run the sideline 4, 3, and 2. The clock will stop with 1 second. It goes out here, but I think there's a second left on the clock.
We're going to see.
We'll see what the officials are saying here. That's ball game. They're going to call this when all the officials are making their way off the field. 43-40, Trojans win. Trojans win. How about that one? Come out here and just played an amazing second half. Did that championship type of play and take nothing away from the defending state champions, Opelousas. They are solid.
Wow. I'm speechless, Doug, to be honest with you. Yeah, that embrace that Coach Zachary and Coach Bachman are making. I mean, that's I would like to hear that. I bet it's very very, hey man, what a team you have, embracing.
That's respect. That's
it.
class
That is
between
straight
both
up.
of these coaching staffs and
Yeah.
these teams. When you realize, yes, sir, it was a battle.
Yeah, no, that's straight up. I mean, whoever, wins this game, a big victory, obviously. And whoever loses this game, I mean, you hate to lose, but, sometimes you just tip your hat because somebody makes one more play than you do.
Somebody had to win it and somebody had to lose it, and the Trojans will come out of here victorious 43-40. Guys, no wrap-up show tonight. You've seen all of it. Everybody go out and have a good evening, and we will talk a lot more about this Thursday night. Don't forget, we will be on the campus of ASH for that game, or for the homecoming night is where we'll be. They play Manny. It's Manny week. Trojans knock off Destrehan a week ago. They knock off Opelousas tonight. That's their second defending state champion that has gone down. They still got another little one looming down the road, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Final score from Donald Gardner Stadium in Opelousas. Alexandria Trojans 43, the Fighting Tigers of Opelousas 40. Trojans move to 4-0 from my man Jason Crooks and Brett Stallsby, Nick Magnano. I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.